Hi guys, so today we're going to do something a little bit messy, and because we're getting messy I thought the best thing to do is show you all of the messy stuff in one go, and you can kind of prepare lots of things. So we're not going to use all of this stuff that we're making today, but I just thought if you were creating mess anywhere in your house, it might be better to do it in the garden if you've got a garden. Then you can have like a sort of, oh, I've forgotten the word for it, but like a portfolio of things that you can then use later on. So we're going to start with, I'll just show you my setup, and I'm creating textured paper. Okay, so I have protected the table with, it's just a bit of paper that came in some, oh, I've turned around. Just a bit of paper that came in the an IKEA delivery, so it's just brown paper. You can use cling films, quite good. I've also been in the bin and gathered up a load of plastic stuff, so you can use that as well. What is ideal to use is like emulsion paint. So this is the only emulsion paint I've got left. It's just a tester pot for when we did something on our wall. So mine's going to be dark blue, but to be honest, whatever colour, it doesn't matter. And then I've got some paper out, and this is quite thick paper, so it's better to use thicker paper if you can. You might find that you need to rip it out of your sketchbook. If you do rip it out of your sketchbook, please rip out of the middle so that you don't mess up your pages either side. Okay, so rip out of the middle. And then I've also got, just to the side of me, some Who Gives a Crap wrappers. So, but you could use wrapping paper if you've got wrapping paper. I just wanted some patterned paper to work on top of. And then I've been I've just been around the house really, collecting random stuff. So I've got some sticks to see what kind of marks we can make with sticks. I've got this plastic, which I'm going to do two things with, so I'll show you those. I've got this seed head, which I'm going to see what happens, and if I can make a brush out of it. And then a brush that I didn't clean very well, so it's a bit rough, which is good. If you've got like an old dish scrubber, they're really good brushes. So thinking about what you can kind of make brushes out of, and thinking about different textures and stuff. And then I've got these, which are like packing peanuts, they're called. So my husband ordered some beer and I have stolen these, and I'm going to print with them. And then I've got my trusty bit of orange netting from the oranges, but you can use, like, they've got them on onion packets and stuff. So literally random stuff from around the house. And what we're going to do is kind of create textured backgrounds on these, and then I think I'm going to wash them with some watercolour paint afterwards, just to make them really nice and coloured. And we'll see how different things goes. But basically, I'm making different marks, so I'll video it happening and speed it up so you can see it. Okay, thanks. So as I was printing the packing peanuts, I decided to use them on their side and the other way up. You can print with loads of stuff. I mean, you could make your own potato prints. All we're trying to do is get a different texture on the paper. So there are loads of different things that you could use to make these sorts of things. Now, I didn't have a palette, so I just put the paint straight on the paper, which I think worked quite well. And then I added this other texture in as well. With the netting, I tried a couple of different things. So I tried painting through the netting, which I liked in some places. So I really liked the way it happened here, but I think I had a slightly drier brush. And then I also used kind of the painted netting to print. I kept this on half a page. I kind of decided after the first one to work on half a page with one technique and then half a page with the other with a different technique. I loved the effect of this seed head, but it was an absolute disaster because you can see it just kept breaking. But I loved the marks that it made, so I was really, really happy with that technique. With the sticks, I actually really liked these, but again, they broke quite quickly, and I preferred using them very upright rather than using them kind of on their side and dragging. The second technique I used on this was dry brushing. Now, it was really important that your brush is completely dry, but I loved some of the stuff that you get on this. I thought that was lovely, and the coverage is really good as well. With this one, this was a massive experiment, so I had some thread lying around and I was just trying to make kind of different marks, and I think actually my paint was too thick. I think it would have been better if my paint wasn't as thick. Having said that, I actually quite liked the way that it looked on the page when I started just eventually I get fed up of doing this and I start just kind of whipping it around, but I quite liked it, and it was quite a similar effect to the seed head, but without the seed head kind of going all over the place and breaking. So yeah, so there where I start kind of whipping it around, and I did really enjoy the effect that it gave on the paint. So to do this, I painted on plastic, scrunched it up, and then kind of smushed it onto the page. I loved the effect because I loved the way you could see all the creases.